.com. In 32 runs, and he'll be the man to lead things off. We mentioned the fact the Reds, although with the loss last night, stayed 3 back of St. Louis. They were a 5-1 loser to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Anyway, here's Stubbs. Here's Greinke. The pitch is taken low and away a ball, and this game is underway. '83 degrees, delightful temperature here in Milwaukee. 2 balls and no strikes. Waiting on deck, Edgar Renteria. Joey Votto waiting in the wings, and Greinke, a quick worker, comes right back to Stubbs, and this one is rammed into left field between third and short for a game-opening base hit. So Stubbs gets things underway with a solid ground single to left. That'll bring up Renteria. If you're listening to our broadcast on your car or truck radio, please buckle up your seatbelt and make sure everyone else in your vehicle does the very same thing. We want to keep you folks around as listeners for a long, long time. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? Here's Renteria with Stubbs taking the lead at first. He's running. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down to second. He's out. I mean, the Reds keep running, and they keep throwing him out. Stubbs thrown out stealing in the 9th inning in what turned out to be one of the key plays in last night's game. And now Luke Croy guns him down on a throw to Ricky Weeks for the first out of the night. Now the 1-strike pitch coming to Renteria, and that's a foul ball straight back, and the count goes to 0-2. So you throw Stubbs out on consecutive nights, you've done a pretty good job. And Jonathan Lucroy with a cannon for a throw down to second base to take care of Stubbs with no argument. Now the 0-2 on the way, and that's taken just a bit inside for a ball.
Well, Marty, you know as well as I do, Joe Morgan will tell you this, as will many of the great base stealers. It's not about speed. It's about the jump that you get.
That's right. Here's a swing and a miss, and that's all for Renteria. Dropped by Luke Croy. Picks up, throws down to first to get the out. Dusty Baker keeps saying when the weather gets warm, Renteria is going to start to hit. Well, the weather's been warm for a while, and it ain't happened yet. 2 down, and the batter will be Joey Votto. As part of its extra effort program, Ohio Casualty Insurance, members of the Liberty Mutual Group, will make a donation to the Cincinnati chapter, the American Red Cross, each time the Reds hit a double or a triple. It's the extra effort program from Ohio Casualty Insurance and their independent agents. Fly ball hit to deep left center field. That baby's out of here. That's a home run, and the Reds take a 1-0 lead. Joey Votto wasting no time at all. He is all over the first pitch Greinke throws to him and bangs one deep into the Milwaukee bullpen. A quick first inning run, and that's the 3rd home run that Joey Votto has hit off of Zach Greinke.
Well, he hit that ball with some good extension. You could see him really get through the baseball. And that's what you want to see from Joey Votto. The Reds desperately need him to get hot with power numbers, not just singles up the middle.
Without a doubt. That's a great point. Here now is Brandon Phillips. And the pitch to him is down and away a ball. The defense on the infield, Prince Fielder, Ricky Weeks, Unieski Betancourt, Matt Gamble. First, second, short, and third. Mark Kotze in left. Nizer Morgan playing center field with big, long-legged Corey Hart in right, and Luke Croy behind the plate. And that ball's in the dirt. And Greinke is behind to Phillips at 2-0.
And you see how Greinke does. After you hit him hard, he shies away from that plate a little bit. That's part of what the Reds have got to do. They've got to keep offensive pressure on this defensive club.
Now the wind and the 2-0 on the way, and Phillips with a bad-handled grounder foul outside of first, picked up by Coach Billy Hatcher.
That was ball 3 there.
Sure
he just
was.
couldn't get out of the way.
Our plate umpire tonight, a young man, Chris Conroy, new to the Major League umpiring fraternity. At first, Rob Drake. The crew chief at second, Gary Darling, with Bruce Dreckman over at third.
Be putting an eyeball on him tonight.
I know you will. Phillips trying to get aboard with 2 out, waves at the off-speed pitch up in his eyes. Count even at 2-2. Brandon back in the box. Jay Bruce waiting on deck. The right-hander wheeling and dealing. And it's a ground ball fair by first down the right field line. Corey Hart in pursuit. Phillips banging first base and rolls into second base with a 2-out double. Hit that ball hard between Prince Fielder and the line. 21st two-base hit of the year for Phillips, and the inning will continue for Jay Bruce. And now Lucroy goes to the mound. A quick word with Zach Greinke.
That's the great thing about the adjustments that Brandon Phillips makes. He can take a breaking ball and jerk it out of left field with the best of them, but he can also go into protect mode and shoot the ball right down the right field line. We've seen him do it time and time, year after year.
So now let's see what Jay Bruce can get done. 3 hits in his last 30 times up. He's another player who, well, today, Dusty feels like he is just that close to being back to where he was in the month of May. We'll see whether or not that turns out to be the case. 1-0 to count on him. Greinke, who was a Cy Young Award winner as recently as 2 years ago when he was 16-8 at Kansas City. In his first year in the National League. Ground ball, right field, base hit. Phillips getting his Jets going, and he'll roll home to give the Reds a 2-0 lead. Jay Bruce pulling one between Weeks and Fielder. He knocks in his 55th run of the year, and the Reds have gotten to Greinke for 2 runs, and all of this has come after there were 2 out.
And that's really how he reacts, Marty. If you keep the pressure on him, he will make bad pitches. He will get the ball up in the strike zone because he tries to overthrow.
Now Scott Rowland stands in. He who went the distance in that 13-inning marathon 2 nights ago in St. Louis, and as a result did not play last night, but back in the lineup at third base tonight, a .249 batter. Now the stretch in the pitch, and it got the outside black for a strike. This game began with a ground single to left by Stubbs. He was shot down on a bid to steal. Renteria struck out, but then Votto, first pitch hitting Hallward to left center. Phillips doubled into the right field corner, and Bruce brings him in with a single to right. Now the pause in the pitch, and he holds back. The count evens at 1-1 strike.
Boy, Rowland's got a hole on the side of the right of the infield. You could drive 5 Mack trucks through there.
Scott back in the box. Greinke looking down for the sign with a 1-1 count to the Reds' third baseman. He turns it loose, and that's a high drive hammered to left field, down the line, and a foul ball. So a loud foul to left.
Oh, that was
send
close.
Bruce back to first base and put Rowland in a hold of the ball on a couple of strikes.
Just kept hooking, didn't it?
Rowland back in, leveling the bat. Greinke straightens up, kicks, deals, swinging, foul ball out of play. Tomorrow night's action will get underway an hour earlier, 7:10 Cincinnati time, and then a 2:10 start on Sunday. And people scatter to all points on the compass. 3 relaxing days. They've got a late afternoon workout next Thursday at Great American Ballpark. And then the Cardinals are in town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Reds then go on the road for 3 games in Pittsburgh and then come back home for an extended homestand beginning with the Atlanta Braves. Scott waits. Greinke delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the inning is over. But the Reds get off to a good start. 2 runs on the board. 1 on a home run by Votto. The Brewers are coming to bat on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
All right, guys, gather around. Tonight, it's going to be you against you. And who you going to be, huh? You going to be that guy who missed it? No, that guy will never buy a round of Budweiser's for the whole bar. We love that guy. Boys, you got to crack open some ice-cold Buds and pass the love around. Because missing the greatest night of your life is just too much regret for any one man to carry. Great times are waiting. Grab some Buds!
Please drink responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a busy mom, and I'm always on the lookout for great tasting meal solutions. That's why I love sandwich kits from JTM. Every JTM sandwich kit includes 4 bakery fresh rolls, top quality meats, natural mozzarella cheese, and authentic sauces, all in one easy-to-prepare kit. Enjoy a beef Philly steak, chicken Philly, hoagie steak, or new meatball sub kit. When you're looking for a simple meal solution that tastes great, pick up a JTM sandwich kit from your grocer's freezer. Your family will love them just as much as you do.
Hi, this is Kim Kleisters, 2010 Women's Champion of the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati. If you like 100-mile-per-hour fastballs, then you're going to love 120-mile-per-hour serves. Come watch me defend my title against the world's best tennis players, August 13th through the 21st. Buy your tickets now online at westernsouthernopen.com. I'll see you in Cincinnati, where you can watch all the best all at once.
Let's go to Belterra Casino Resort. Non-stop excitement is just around the corner. At Belterra, the dealers always greet you with a smile. The cocktails are served with an extra splash of charm. And 1,500 slot machines are waiting to be taken for a spin. Escape.
Let's go!
Monday morning, right after traffic and weather together at 6:10, I'll talk to Kevin James. He's in the movie Zookeeper. 700 WLW.
Friday, July 22nd is Girls' Night Out at Great American Ballpark. Thanks to Dove Chocolate. The first 10,000 ladies through the gates that night receive a Girls' Night Out T-shirt. For tickets for Ladies' Night and to see the Reds and the Atlanta Braves, call 513-381-REDS or visit Reds.com. Mike Leake making his 15th start, his 18th appearance. He's been staked to a 2-0 lead. 8-4 by way of a record with a .403 earned run average, and gets Ricky Weeks to kick things off here in the Milwaukee first inning. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Batting .275 at his 16th home run last night. That's a big blow in the game, a 3-run blast. Gave them the lead that they never relinquished, although they tried to give it up in the late innings. The Reds simply could not get a big hit. 1 ball, 1 strike.
When Mike Leake was sent down back in May, his ERA was 5.70, and he has continued to move that baby down game after game.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. That's foul straight back. Reds have Joey Votto at first with Brandon Phillips at second. Shortstop Renteria, third baseman Rowland. Outfield left to right, Heisey and Stubbs and Bruce. Hannigan doing the catching. 1-2 on Weeks with Niger Morgan, the number 2 batter and center fielder, watching from the on-deck circle. That pitch is down, 2-2.
Leake pitched pretty well the last time he pitched in this ballpark. He pitched 7 innings, did not walk a batter, and he had 6 strikeouts.
Well, he's pitched good twice against them this season and has nothing to show for it. One game the Reds lost by a run. The other time they won by a run. Now the 2-2, and Ricky Weeks takes ball 3. Most recently on June the 1st, a game the Reds won 4-3, in which he did not get a decision, giving up 7 hits and 3 runs in 6 innings. Run the string out now on Weeks, and coming with a payoff pitch. Here it is, pulled fair. Nice backhand stab by Scott Rowland, and the throw on to first.
Does that amaze you?
Well, he may have lost something offensively, but I tell you one thing, he hasn't lost anything with that glove.
I don't know how he catches those balls.
You go to work now on Niger Morgan with 1 out.
I mean, that ball was hit hard.
Yeah, and a lot of topspin on that baby. Morgan, a left-hand batter with speed, the former Washington National. Been a real find for this Milwaukee club. First pitch in for a call strike. He demands a third baseman play in on the grass, and that's exactly where Scott Rowland's playing him. Joey Votto about even up with the bag at first, while Phillips at second and Renteria at short, back at normal depth. 1 strike and nothing to pitch. And that one is hit into left center field, and that ball is going to be caught on the run by Chris Heisey. 2 out in the inning. Now Corey Hart, save big on prescriptions in your Kroger pharmacy. Kroger offers hundreds of generic prescriptions priced at $4 for a 30-day supply or $10 for a 90-day supply. Hurry in to see if your prescriptions are included. Get more value for the way you live at Kroger. 2 men up, 2 men down. Here's Hart. And here's Leak, and the pitch is down on the way of ball. He was a spectator when this season got underway with a left oblique problem. There's 20-plus ball games. Here's a 1-0 pitch, and that's ball 2. But has been healthy since returning. And this fellow, with the numbers he's put up the last few years, a real plus factor for this ball club. Even more so now. There's a call strike with Ryan Braun missing his 6th consecutive ball game with a left calf strain. They're not taking any chance whatsoever with that problem of Braun's. The 2-1 and a swing and a miss. And I'll tell you what, you give Ryan Braun a lot of credit. He said, if I can't get back here to play for this ball club before Sunday, then I'm not playing in the All-Star game.
Can't blame. I mean, it's team first, pal.
2-2 pitch, ball 3. A lot of players would not have taken that position.
You're exactly right.
And that's why you've got to have a lot of respect for a young man that has that kind of principle. And he said that. My ball club's number 1. If I can't play this series, then I should not play in the All-Star game, and he's going to stick to it. Or we'd certainly hope so. There's a ground ball. High throw by Renteria on a routine ground ball. Votto went up and got it, but missed the tag on Corey Hart. And that shortstop position continues to be a major problem defensively. I mean, that's a routine ground ball.
Corey Hart, that's great instincts, too, on Hart's part. He saw Votto go up in the air, not knowing how high he would have to go, and he just slid under the outside part of the bag.
And because of that, now you got to face a tie and run at the plate in Prince Fielder. Rather than have him lead off the 2nd inning, now Mike Leake's got to really go to work on a man who is tied for 2nd in the league with 22 home runs. And a ground ball up the middle. Renteria will get this one, and he'll go to first in time to end the inning. We head to the 2nd. Reds 2, Brewers nothing on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Williams from Beachmont Ford, and it's time to play ball.
Greater Cincinnati.
700 WLW.
Hey, kids, take home your very own Reds Kids Superhero Cape. Sunday, July 17th, thanks to Frisch's. The first 10,000 kids 14 and younger get one. For tickets to see the Reds and the Cardinals, call 513-381-REDS or visit Reds.com. After an inning, the Reds have a 2-0 lead. First up will be right-handed batting Chris Heisey against the right-hander Zach Greinke. And Greinke's first pitch is on the way, and Heisey fouls it back. Our Cincinnati Bell trivia question. Let's get right to it. Let's not waste any time at all. Answer or text your answer of A, B, or C to 66128. Swing and a miss for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the Reds Hall of Fame and Museum. $25 Skyline Chili gift card or free hair and a free haircut from Great Clips, brought to you by Cincinnati Bell's 4G network. Talk, text, and surf on the fastest network around. Strike 2 pitch. Down and away a ball. Jeff?
Yes, I'm leaning to A, but I haven't answered yet.
During the decade of the 1970s, only 2 Reds pitchers were selected for multiple All-Star teams.
Multiple.
Yep. Tom Seaver, an All-Star in 77 and 78, was one of them. Who was the other? Here's a pitch. He checked his swing and checked it in time. Was it A, Jack Billingham? Was it B, Clay Carroll? Or was it C, Don Gullett? Tom Seaver was one, and one of those 3 names the other. 2-2 on Heisey. The pitch. Ball 3. Walking people is something that Zach Greinke doesn't do very often. 14 of them this season.
It's going to be C today, buddy.
Don Gullett would be your answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're sure about that?
Are you kidding me? No, I'm not sure. That's my answer, though.
I got you. There's strike 3 call.
Oh, wow.
That's a third punch out for Zach Greinke. Heisey caught looking, and with 1 out, the batter will be the catcher, Ryan Hannigan. The pitch outside?
Looked like it.
Sure did.
You got
Hannigan now.
Got a rookie umpire, though. You have to swing the bat.
Foul ball. Straight back, 0-1.
It's the part about playing up here that a lot of people forget about. It's not just about the man that's on the mound. It's the man that's behind home plate. And if you're not absolutely positive and you haven't had him before, if it's close, you got to swing.
Yep. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded foul. We talked about it throughout this road trip, and that is the Make It Official campaign to make Reds opening day an officially recognized ceremonial holiday in Cincinnati, nearing the deadline to submit signatures to the city for the issue to be placed on the November ballot. You're going to have folks going door to door tomorrow, in all likelihood in your neighborhood or neighbor. You're encouraged to meet at the entrance at Great American Ballpark tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. to pick petitions before 3 o'clock to the Make It Official campaign representative at the entrance to the ballpark to receive a voucher for Reds tickets and be entered in the raffle for an assortment of Reds memorabilia, including autographed baseballs and diamond seats. Volunteers will also be given T-shirts while quantities last. That is tomorrow. Hopefully you'll help the ball club or help this campaign to get opening day a ceremonial holiday in the city of Cincinnati. Hannigan grounds to Ricky Weeks, and his throw on to Prince Fielder is out number 2.
Well, you go out and get the petitions, or you come to the ballpark, get the petitions, go out and get the signatures, bring them back. And then you're going to be in the raffle for that. There's a whole lot of stuff in there. I mean, if you're part of it, you're bound to be sitting in a pretty good spot for a ball game or having an autographed item at that.
Here's Mike Leake now with 2 out. Ball 1. And it should be noted that a ceremonial holiday does not hold the same implications of regular civil holidays. No additional out-of-pocket costs caused by this declaration. Ceremonial means it is similar to Valentine's Day, Sweetest Day, Arbor Day, Flag Day, etc. Recognized as a holiday, but not, I repeat, not a paid day off.
There you go.
It takes a strike, 2-1 with 2 out. And the base is empty, and the Reds up here in the second, 2-0.
And Lee can swing the bat now. He led all National League pitchers last year in hits.
Now he's had 8 of them this season and 30 times up. And there's strike 2 call. I'll tell you one thing, Zach Greinke pitching him like he has a measure of respect for Mike's ability to swing the bat. Pitcher against pitcher in the second inning. And there's strike 3 call, and that pitch looked low. And the inning is over. 3 men up, 3 men down in the middle of inning 2. 2-0 Reds on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
My neighbor's got an SUV. I call it the Pack Mule.
Oozes from your speakers on 700 WLW, the big one.
Mike Leake will face Matt Gamble. We're in the bottom of the second inning here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. The Reds have an early lead of 2-0, and we're happy to welcome in, as we mentioned last night, it's all John Fay all the time, taking you right up to the All-Star break. Our good friend, and we hope yours, from the Cincinnati Enquirer. John, how was your day today?
Very, very low-key. Other than lunch, nothing happened.
There's a first pitch strike to the left-handed batting Gamble. Dusty thought you and I going out to play golf today.
Yeah, you mistaken identity.
Dusty had a brain cramp.
I think so.
How's your ankle, buddy?
It's a little better.
You breaking down, John?
Yeah, I'm old age, Marty.
Boy, oh boy, I wish I could relate to that. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Gamble. You had an interesting visit with Reds pitching coach Brian Price about one Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, it's just been, I looked at his numbers, obviously 12 games, didn't give up a run. was very good, and then was just terrible for 4 games. Went to the minor leagues, wasn't very good there. Now since he's been up here, he's been very good again. And Brian really couldn't put his finger on anything. He said they did work on some things mechanical. I think the most interesting thing he said is now they're having him throw to a bigger part of the plate, where, I think he was trying to be too fine before, and that hurt him.
Strike 3 call. Gamble looking. First strikeout for Mike Leake, and the one-out batter will be the left fielder, Mark Kotsay. Well, you still wonder down the road what role this kid is going to fill on a regular basis for this club come 2012, for instance.
Yeah, I think there's a chance he'll be the closer. I think there's a chance he'll be a starter. I thought, honestly, after seeing him struggle so badly and then not have the success in the minors, I thought this year was going to be a write-off. I thought you'd never see him back here in a meaningful game, certainly.
Here's a very high fly ball, hit well back into center field. Stubbs goes back on the warning track, got it, 2 out.
He just looks so lost to me, and, since he's come back, he's pitched 6 innings, he's given up 2 hits. And the amazing thing is he's only walked 1 and struck out 12. So, I think if he can continue like this for the rest of the year or something close to this, he'll make a decision. I still think starting is probably the best role for him.
It's going to be a major decision for them, though, because if they don't take the easy road, and that is to making the closer, they've got that spot as a gaping hole at the back end of their bullpen, all assuming that Cordero won't be brought back, and realistically you can't imagine he will be with the kind of dollars that he would command.
Yeah, and that's a hard question now. Who among the staff of the late guys would be the guy if they don't re-sign him? I still don't think they will. I thought everyone thought Nick Massett was the heir apparent, but he hasn't had as good a year as some of the other guys down there.
Yeah.
So it'll be one of the big questions going into spring training.
Here's a 1-1 pitch, a fly ball lifted lazily along the left field line, foul ground, and a long run for Scott Rowland, but he could not track it down. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Betancourt, with Gamble having struck out looking and Kotsay flying to deep center field. Well, I know one thing. He was pumped up high on the kite. He got the last out of that 13-inning game 2 nights ago to record the save.
Yeah, and that was a situation where if he doesn't get him out there, I don't think there's any way if he gives up a run, I don't think any way the Reds win that game because basically he would have had to go 2 more innings.
Here's a pitch. Foul ball out of play. Count holding at 1 ball, 2 strikes. So it's been, 19, 20 days now since this club's had back-to-back wins?
Yeah. Which is an amazing streak. The longest they went last year was 10 games. And, it's just...
Fly ball to right. Jay Bruce playing shallow will run it down near the line to end the inning.
Yeah, and we'll see. I was talking to Joey Votto about clicking, and you can't talk about clicking. You just have to do it, and who knows what makes him do that. So,
John, get pumped up with more news. You'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
So am I, fired up.
Ice that ankle.
Jeff Brantley will have the play-by-play when we return in the third. The Reds have a 2-0 lead.
Free pizza
For the way you live at Kroger.
What if a bank saw your success the same way you do? At First Financial, our focus is on you, with one-on-one banking and customized accounts built for your success. That's better service, better focus, and a better understanding of what success means to you. Whether it's making home improvements or saving for season tickets, we can help. Switch to First Financial Bank, proud supporter of Reds on Radio. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
700 WLW.
2-zip Reds as we head to the top of the 3rd inning and back to the top of the Reds order. Drew Stubbs, Renteria, and Joey Votto. Set and ready to face Zach Greinke for the 2nd time tonight. Breaking ball to Stubbs, misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Couple of runs by the Reds in the 1st inning. Fastball popped up and foul out of play. A ball and a strike. Greinke came into the ball game with the Brewers having won only 1 of his last 4 starts. Right-hander deals. Breaking ball, line drive over the shortstop. and into left field. Another base hit for Drew Stubbs. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Got the breaking ball, a curveball variety, down and away, and just lifted it right over a leaping Yuneski Betancourt, and the leadoff batter is aboard. Now, last time Stubbs was in this situation, he took a chance of stealing second base with Renteria at the plate, and he was thrown out easily by Lucroy. We'll see what happens here. Renteria at the plate, nobody out, runner at first base. Pitch. And he hits Renteria, an up and in fastball, and that tags Renteria in the upper left shoulder. So Renteria hit by the pitch. He'll head down to first base. And down to second base will be Drew Stubbs. Actually, that did not hit him in the shoulder. It hit him in the left wrist. So here's Joey Votto, runners at first and second base. Reds on top 2-0. We're in the top of the third inning. Nobody out. First and second. Stubbs at second. Renteria at first. The pitch to Votto in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Votto hit a first pitch fastball into the Brewers bullpen in left center field the first go round. A 2-out jack, followed by a double by Phillips, who later came around to score. Pitch. Backdoor curveball. Strike 1. Ball and a strike to the left-handed hitting Votto. Greinke looks into LaCroix for the sign. Comes set at the belt. Check Stubbs at second. The pitch. High fastball. Looked like he took a little bit off of that, did Zach Greinke, but the ball hung up high. 2 balls and a strike to Joey Votto. And Greinke steps back off the mound. Now he'll retow it. Looks in for the sign. Checks out Stubbs at second. Here's the pitch. Up and away. 3 balls and a strike. This is exactly what we were talking about in the first inning. You put the pressure on Greinke and you have a much better chance to score. His pitches seem to elevate and start to go all over the place. 3-1 to Votto. And he's going to get a called low strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Rookie umpire Chris Conroy behind the plate. And we have had some strike calls and some ball calls that have been, well, let's just say a little questionable. 3-2 pitch to Votto. And they fake back to second, and Stubbs just does get back in there. Greinke turned towards third base in order to throw the ball back to second. I believe if he'd have gone with the conventional quick move to second, he may have had Stubbs. 3-2 pitch. Runners going. And he walked him. So the bases will be loaded for Brandon Phillips. It was highly interesting there that the runners were going with nobody out. At first and second there, both Renteria and Stubbs on the move. So the Reds with a chance to blow this baby wide open here early. 2-0. They've got 5 hits on the board. We're in the top of the third inning. Bases loaded. Nobody aboard. And Brandon Phillips, the 4-hole hitter for the Reds, at the plate. Zach Greinke, the pitch. Breaking ball off the plate away. 1 ball and no strikes. Greinke with an awfully tough time commanding the zone thus far. Had a 3-up, 3-down inning in the second where he struck out 2 on called strikes. Breaking ball right on the money. Right on the outside corner. Phillips takes it for strike one. Those are the only 2 strikeouts back in the second that Greinke has. But those are all out of the windup. Nobody aboard. The 1-1 pitch to Phillips. Fastball inside. He held up. Says first base umpire Rob Drake. Throws the safe side out there. And we'll go to 2-1. The roof is open here in Milwaukee. We're in the second game of a 4-game series right before the All-Star break. The 2-1 pitch. And a check swing, and Phillips could not hold up as Greinke continues to work the outside corner with the breaking ball, and that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Phillips looks to be a little over-aggressive right here. 2-2 count, and here we go. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and he strikes out Brandon Phillips for the first out of the inning, and it comes with the bases loaded. A hanging breaking ball, and it's just spinning right in the heart of the plate, and Phillips missed it. So here's Jay Bruce. Bases still loaded. Bruce singled into right field between Weeks and Fielder, and he takes a slider down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Reds desperately need some runs on the board here. Pitch. And a changeup. Did he go? Yes, he did, says third base umpire Bruce Strickman. So the Reds just cannot have a patient at bat with runners in scoring position. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out in the inning. Bases loaded. A big opportunity for the Reds, but they've got to cash it in. Pitch. Down in the dirt. Fastball from Greinke, and that baby bounced on top of the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Bruce. Long look in this time by Greinke. Step back. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, foul off to the right side. Another breaking ball inside to Bruce, and he pulls right over the top of it. So Greinke, no fastballs for strikes here in this situation. Only breaking balls. He got Phillips on the strikeout, and now he's got Bruce in the same spot. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can expect another breaking ball here. Pitch. And there it is, and it's down and in, and it's going to be 3-2. And this is where a veteran pitcher will gamble, especially with a young hitter at the plate. Bases loaded. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He got Phillips with the breaking ball at 3-2. See if he'll come with it here. The step back. Here he comes. Fastball this time, and it's fouled off by Jay Bruce. So he shows him the fastball middle away, and Bruce fouls it off just barely back against the netting behind home plate. Boy, would this go a long way to putting the Reds in a positive frame of mind with a base hit here. 3-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Another breaking ball at home plate, and Bruce just did get a piece of it. And that was a straight downer right there, right on the top of it, driving it straight down on top of the plate. A good breaking ball by Zach Greinke. Stubbs at third, Renteria at first, Renteria at second, Votto at first. 3-2 pitch again, and Greinke steps off the back of the rubber. Greinke back on top. 3-2 pitch. Here he comes to Bruce. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts. All coming on the breaking ball by Zach Greinke after the Reds have loaded the bases. 2 down. Boy, the Reds are in desperate need of some kind of RBI hitter in the middle of this lineup. And if it's not any more evident right now, then it never will be.
There's no question at all about that. They simply do not have that hitter right now, and the numbers would certainly support that statement.
They have left more runners on base than anybody that I've ever seen. And it all comes down to these kinds of situations. Here's Scott Rowland. 2 down. Bases still loaded. Fastball just off the plate away. 1 ball and no strikes. And having that hammer that's confident in the middle of the lineup takes all the pressure off of guys like Phillips and Jay Bruce, because I guarantee you they feel the mountain on their shoulders. Ground ball through the hole on the left side. A base hit into left field, and that's going to bring 2 home, and it's now 4-0 Redlegs. Scott Rowland, 2 outs, and he comes through. Boy, that's the kind of veteran swinging you need in that situation. My goodness.
And Scott Rowland's 2-run single doesn't change what you just said a moment ago by any stretch of the imagination.
You just need somebody else like Rowland that can hit that baby out of the ballpark. Here's Chris Heisey. Runners at first and second. Curveball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. I tell you what, Matt Gamble should have made that play. The 1-0 pitch. Well, it's called strike. Boy, Conroy has given quite a bit on the outside corner here. But he's doing the same for Mike Leake, so you can't say anything about it. You've just got to adjust to it as a hitter. Pitch. Hit hard but foul down the third base side, and Heisey has found himself in a hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stubbs led it off with a single. Then they drilled Renteria, walked Votto, Phillips struck out, Bruce struck out, and Scott Rowland with a 2-run single. 1-2 pitch. Check swing and foul off to the right side. An emergency swing, but a good swing at that to foul off a tough pitch. Votto at second, Rowland at first base. A 1-2 count to Heisey. Pitch. Fouled it straight back behind home plate, and Heisey trying to stay alive. Heisey's already got rung up the first time up on that fastball that was off the plate away, and he wasn't taking any chances there. He was swinging the bat. 1-2 count. Greinke checks Votto at second. Right-hander kicks and deals. Swing and a foul ball into the dirt. Nope. They're going to call strike 3 as the throw down, and Heise is out. So the second time a strikeout by Heise on a breaking ball in the dirt. But Rowland comes through, puts 2 runs on the board. Reds should have had a whole lot more, but they'll take 2. It's 4-0 as we head to the bottom of 3 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
And now talking ice cream with the Cowboy.
I think of the UDF malt like a short break slider. Something great.
LW.
4-0 Reds as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. LaCroix, Greinke, and then back to the top of the order with Ricky Weeks facing Mike Leake. First pitch is in there. Strike 1. Leake continues to work quickly. The only base runner to reach thus far was the error by Edgar Renteria. Ground ball to third. Rowland gobbles it up. Comes with that laser arm across the infield. 1 down, and let's pause for ID here on the Reds Radio Network.
The latest jobs numbers send shockwaves through Wall Street. Ohio State waves goodbye to its wins, and an execution halted for a tri-state man. In-depth team coverage after the game on News Radio 700 WLW Cincinnati.
1 out in the inning. That'll bring Zach Greinke to the plate. Reds fans, JTM means classic burgers and delicious Philly sub kits. Stop by your favorite grocer today and pick up our new meatball sub kit today. First pitch swinging is Greinke, and he looked like he knew what he was doing. A big hack by the right-handed hitting pitcher. Fouls it off to the right side. No balls and 1 strike to Greinke. 4-0 Reds. Mike Leake, the pitch. Ground ball hit hard to the backhand side of Renteria. The throw to first. 2 down. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Here's Ricky Weeks. He had a 1-hop rocket to Scott Rowland at third base his first time up. And Rowland picked it as though it was routine. And for those of you that have seen Scott Rowland play on a regular basis, you know what I'm talking about. He can flat pick it. 2 down for Ricky Weeks. And Leake ready to go. Here he comes. Strike 1. Fastball right over the heart of the plate. Leake wasting no time, working quickly with that 4-run lead. Right-hander set, gets the pitch from Hannigan. The pitch, high fly ball, deep center field. Stubbs on the move, cannot get it. It is off the wall. Ricochets towards left center field. Weeks rounding second. Now here he comes, rounding third, heading for home. That is an inside the park home run.
Drew Stubbs played that ball terribly. I mean, absolutely terrible. You play that ball the right way for a center fielder, and that's not an inside the park home run.
Stubbs coasted going back. I think he thought the ball was out of the ballpark. The ball hit on the shaded side, or the turned side of the right center field wall, and when it did, it kicked all the way to the left field side. Swing and a miss to Niger Morgan. And there was nothing that Heise could do. He was on full run, as was Jay Bruce, to back up. But that was just a flat misplay by Drew Stubbs in center field. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-1 the score now. And the pitch. Outside corner, strike 2 to Niger Morgan. Mike Leake doing his job. He is firing strikes left and right. The pitch, and he strikes him out. The ball gets away from Hannigan. The throw to first, not in time. For the part of the game that the Reds have relied on so many times this year is definitely letting them down here in the first part of this ball game, and that is defense. Here's Corey Hart. Quick pick to first base by Mike Leake. He knows Niger Morgan can run. Right-handed pitch and a strike on the outside corner. A good pitch by Mike Leake. That was a wild pitch and allowed Niger Morgan to reach first base, but still a very blockable ball for Ryan Hannigan. Another pick to first. Especially with 2 strikes, you're expecting the breaking ball in the dirt, and it went right between his legs. Leake continuing to try to keep Niger Morgan close over there, and you can't blame him. Morgan can absolutely fly. The 0-1. Outside corner again. Strike 2. Hart both times has started to go and held up on that fastball that's cutting right off the outside corner. 0-2 pitch now coming to Corey Hart. Morgan really leaning over there at first base. Pitch. Line drive up the middle, and that's a base hit. Morgan will stop at second base. So an 0-2 base hit there for Corey Hart, and he just reached out there off the plate and just slapped it right back up the box. Pitch was well enough off the plate, but it was elevated, and with the reach of Corey Hart, you got to make sure that pitch is down. He got to that one easily, lined it back up the middle, and here's Prince Fielder. And he can tie this thing up with one swing of the bat. Leake checks the runner at second. The pitch. Fastball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Inside the park home run. No error on the play. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, another pitch just out of the strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting Prince Fielder. Matt Gamble waits on deck. And if you're Mike Leake, you sure don't want Prince Fielder to beat you. Right-hander set. Here he comes. Ground ball to the right side. Phillips off the chest. He'll pick it up. Throws on to first. And Leake battles out of the inning. Boy, that kid's got some moxie. Awfully good job of pitching by Mike Leake there to get out of it. 4-1. Reds on top as we head to 4 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Nobody squeezes more out of a gallon of gas than Toyota. From America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry, at an EPA-estimated 33 mpg highway. The always dependable
Toyota experience.
700 WLW.
We head to the top of the 4th inning. Reds are on top 4-1. Reds baseball is brought to you by your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers. Test drive the Tundra now and register for your chance to win the Tundra in center field. Well, a great job of pitching there in the third inning by Mike Leake. He did give up the inside the park home run, which in my mind was awfully questionable as to whether that would be a legit inside the parker or not, but I'm not the official score. Here's Ryan Hannigan, breaking ball outside corner, strike one. He got out of it with a 2-0 ground ball off the bat of Prince Fielder. Only allowed one run, and that's where we stand now, 4-1. Greinke kicks and deals. Strike two, fastball right on the outside corner. Long look in for Greinke here. Pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. An 84-mile-an-hour curveball. Hannigan steps in the box, then steps back out. Waiting on deck is Mike Leake. Here's the 1-2. Fouled straight back, the old high hard one, and Hannigan just got a piece of it. Well, we got a big-time crowd here at Miller Park tonight. Whole lot of folks on hand to watch the Reds and the Brewers. Second game of a 4-game series. Brewers held on last night to win it. Jonathan Axford saved it. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Hannigan. 1 down. Tell you what, Zach Greinke does not pitch inside at all. He just throws away, away, away. Breaking ball, change up, breaking ball, fastball. Here's here's Mike Leake after Ryan Hannigan. Pitch, fastball, hit up the middle. Ricky Weeks is there. He'll throw him out. 2 down. Leake swings at the first fastball he sees and tops it up the middle. Weeks is there to put him away. Here's Drew Stubbs. He's 2 for 2 on the night. First time up, a single to left. Same thing his second time up. Thrown out stealing the first time back in the first inning and came around to score in the third. Greinke kicks and deals. Just a bit off the inside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. A 91-mile-an-hour heater by the right-hander, Zach Greinke. Greinke working quickly the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Drew Stubbs. Of course, the Brewers missing the services of Ryan Braun thus far. Fastball, strike 1. That pitch started on the corner and came right back to the heart of the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Stubbs here. Stubbs trying to start a 2-out rally. Right through the right side, and Stubbs is 3 for 3 on the night. A bullet into right field, right past a lunging Prince Fielder, and there was no chance of getting that one. As Greinke tried to shoot that fastball by him on the outside corner, and Stubbs was waiting on him. Third hit of the night for the leadoff hitter. Here's Edgar Renteria. He's 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch his last time up and came around to score on that 2-out bases loaded hit by Scott Rowland. Greinke set, picks to first base, not in time. This is Zach Cozart at the plate. As Renteria is out of the ball game. Pitch. That misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. If we do have well, it's got to be where Renteria was hit on the left wrist, and they've probably taken him out of the game for precautionary reasons. So the 1-0 pitch coming to Cozart. Ground ball headed to the shortstop, and quickly Betancourt throws on to Weeks at second. A fielder's choice for Cozart. That's it for the Reds here in the 4th, but they lead 4-1 as we head to the bottom.
Strategic business resources to grow and protect their businesses. At Dinsmore & Show, they take your success personally. Learn more at dinslaw.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cincinnati Reds. Get the Reds and Brewers tomorrow at 6:10 on 700 WLW, the home of the Reds.
Matt Gamble to start things off for the Brewers. Mike Leake on the mound as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch, a backdoor breaking ball, misses down and away. Matt Gamble hits from the left side, playing third base tonight. Third base normally occupied. That ball misses up and away by Casey McGee. McGee in quite a bit of an offensive slump. The 2-0. And it's fouled off to the left side into the far end of the third base dugout and beyond and out of play. Casey McGee has been the starting third baseman for this club for some time when he has been healthy. He has been on and off the disabled list, but he's had a tough time offensively. Pitch on the ground to the right side, and Votto cuts in front of Phillips and makes the play, flips it on to a covering Mike Leake, and there's one down. That is why you always cover first base on a ball hit to the right side if you're a pitcher, because you don't know if the first baseman is going to range out of his area to catch the baseball, and you've got to be the first baseman in that matter, and that's exactly what Leake does there. 3-1 on the putout, and here's Kotze. Fastball outside corner, strike one. Kotze flied out to deep center his first time up. Pitch off the plate away. Two-seam fastball there by Mike Leake. 23-year-old right-hander trying to pick up his 9th win. Ground ball to the right side. Phillips is there. He'll throw on to Votto. 2 down. So here's Yuniesky Betancourt. Flied out to Bruce in right field his first time up. Betancourt in his last 16 ball games sitting at a .315 clip. Betancourt stands in with an open stance. That front left foot down towards the third baseline. Breaking ball bounces up there. 1 ball and no strikes. Leake rarely moves off the top of the rubber. He stays right there on the first base side and ready to go. Fastball, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 90-mile-an-hour, good moving fastball. Started in the middle of the plate and ran right to the inside corner. 1-1 pitch. Right center field. Bruce moving over. He'll make the catch. And a nice inning for Mike Leake and the Reds. 3 up, 3 down. Reds coming to the plate, looking to add to their 4-1 lead as Marty Brenneman comes back to you here in inning number 5 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
This is 700 WLW.
What makes a car dealership great? How about everything? Like Honda East's exclusive Life Care Plus, a free warranty for the life of your Honda. And Honda East Honda Power Equipment Store with mowers, generators, and more. Extended service hours till 10, 8 to 5 on...
Find everything, from food to home, even fine jewelry, all in one stop.
Their show has all the allure of a construction site porta potty in August. Sloney and Tracy, Monday at 3:06 on 700 WLW. 700 WLW, the big one.
Reds 4 and the Brewers 1 as we go to the top of the 5th inning, where it'll be Votto and Phillips and Jay Bruce against Zach Greinke, who's had 2 tough innings in this game. The first and the third, when the Reds got their 4 runs, 2 in each. He's allowed Cincinnati a total of 7 hits. Votto has had 1 of them, and that was a home run over the wall in left center in the first inning. And the first pitch is swung on and popped up. It'll be grabbed by the third baseman, Gamble, deep behind the third base bag, right on the line. 1 out.
I don't think that's what Joey had in mind right there.
I don't think so either. Brandon Phillips doubled and scored in the first, but then struck out with the bases loaded and nobody out in the third inning. We want to extend our congratulations to Kent Weaver and his wife, Mary. Kent is the Fox Sports Ohio pregame producer for Reds television. Outstanding videographer, a very talented guy. When he and Mary now are enjoying the joys of being grandparents. Their daughter Bailey and her husband Michael Walton in Washington, D.C. earlier today. Bailey gave birth to Finn Frederick Walton, 5 pounds, 5 ounces. And they are just absolutely thrilled to death, as you might expect them to be, and we certainly extend to them our congratulations. Boy, it's grandkids are nothing like them. Here's a foul ball out of play, and the count goes to 1-1 on Brandon Phillips. Brandon has been a solid hitter with runners in scoring position, but last night the final out with a tying run at third base in the 9th inning. That pitch stays just a bit outside, and the count goes to 2-1, and then struck out tonight with the bases loaded.
And I think that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about having an RBI guy, a bona fide RBI guy that has experience in the middle of that order to take pressure off of him.
Here's a swing. And the count evens at 2-2. Well, it's no secret if you go out and get a guy like that, there's only one place he can play.
Left field.
That's it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. And that one is pulled to third. Gamble gets a good hop, has time and throws, and they're 2 men out.
I mean, let's face it, Brandon Phillips is an outstanding hitter. He's an all-star in every sense of the word. But hitting first, hitting second, hitting fourth, I don't know that hitting fourth is his best spot.
Well, he would tell you that.
I know he would.
He's not the quintessential cleanup hitter. I mean, that's not a knock on Brandon Phillips.
He just does it out of necessity because he wants to do what's best to help this club win.
Yep. Jay Bruce has singled in a run. He has struck out, and he swings and sends a fly ball into center field. But drifting back to make the play is Niger Morgan, and the Reds are gone in a hurry. Middle of inning number 5. Cincinnati in front 4-1 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Every 9 innings has tons.
Great grass of the Cincinnati Reds with Scott's Great American Ballpark Lawn Fertilizer and Grass Seed. Look for it at major lawn and garden retailers.
Come for the Reds, stay for more fun. When you come for a game, make it a weekend. Find a hotel and check out our special offers, including half-price Reds tickets. Book your trip right here, right now, and save at CincinnatiUSA.com.
Hitting the road? Take the Cincinnati Reds with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today and see every Reds game live or on demand on your computer or favorite device. Visit Reds.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere.
You submit the question, Seg Dennison asks it, and Joey Votto answers it. Get details at 700W at 700WLW.com. Search Seg.
We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Jonathan Lucroy, who bounced out earlier to third base, takes the first pitch for a strike from Mike Leake, who's given up 2 hits tonight. One a home run to Ricky Weeks of the inside the park variety. And now Lucroy takes a fastball, and just like that, he's in a hole at 0-2. 4-7-1 for Cincinnati, 1-2-0 for Milwaukee. Long look down now by Leake. Gets what he wants and turns it loose. And Lucroy fouls. Join Provident Vacations and Red celebrities for the 28th Annual All-Star Baseball Cruise and Reunion. Coming up November 13th through the 20th. For pricing and details, visit ProvidentVacations.com or call Provident Travel at 800-989-8900. The 0-2 on the way. That's the ball inside. Reds got 2 in the first, 2 more in the third, and then the Weeks inside the park home run in the Milwaukee half of the third inning. Weeks dealing with Lucroy with Greinke on deck, and then Weeks will be back for his third trip. There's a strikeout swing, and that pitch was diving down and away, and he had no chance at all. Lucroy didn't.
Well, when you can command the outside corner as well as Leake has done today, you'll get some hitters swinging at those pitches that dive off the plate like that.
That's the third punch out for Mike. Dealing now with Greinke, who hit a hard ground ball, but right at Renteria at the time at shortstop. Cozart, of course, hit for him and stayed in the game at that position. Here's a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. So Greinke can swing the bat a little bit also. That's hit number 5 for him this season, and now Weeks will stand in. Weeks apparently takes particular pride in hitting against the Reds. Of his 17 home runs this season, 6 of them have come against the Reds, along with 12 of his 38 runs batted in.
You don't think it has anything to do with that first pitch fastball about held high?
Well, you keep throwing it, he's going to keep swinging at it.
You got that right.
1 man out, 1 man on. Lee goes to work, and the pitch is taken inside a ball. Checking scores of other games brought to you by Montgomery Inn. Join the Montgomery Inn crowd in Montgomery, the Boathouse, Fort Mitchell, and Dublin. There was a rainout in the American League, Tampa Bay at New York, which means that Derek Jeter is sitting on 2,998 hits. Now the 1-0 coming, and that one's lined over Brandon Phillips into right center field. All the way to the wall. Here comes Greinke to third. They're waving him around. Here comes the throw to the plate. He is safe. A double by Ricky Weeks. And it's now 4-2.
Well, he's a one-man wrecking crew.
That ball was just out of the reach of Brandon Phillips, and I want to tell you, it got to the wall in right center field right now. That's how hard hit it was. So after spotting the Reds a 4-0 lead, Milwaukee now starting to come back. And here's Nyjer Morgan. He's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. The check of the runner, Weeks, the pitch on the way, and it's a strike.
Yeah, it amazes me the way that Ricky Weeks hits the ball into center field and into right center field, but yet there's not much pitching going on the inside part of the plate. And all those balls, those are the ones that he's hit on the ground.
Now the stretch and the pitch, and that hangs up and away for a ball. In National League games tonight in the second, it's the Braves 1 and the Phillies nothing. That game was delayed because of rain. Bottom of the seventh inning, the Cubbies at Pittsburgh, all tied at 3-3. Colorado in the top of the ninth, leading in Washington 3-2. Houston losing in Florida in the eighth, 6-2. League back with a 1-1 pitch to Morgan. The left-hand batter takes a fastball away. Arizona and the Cardinals are all tied up at 3-3. St. Louis had a 3-0 lead, but Arizona has come back against Kyle Loesch with 3 runs in the fourth inning, and they're all even. In the American League, Minnesota trailing at the White Sox by a 5-3 score. Adam Dunn has hit his 9th home run of the season. Here's ball 3, and all 3 of the pitches out of the strike zone have been up and away. And now Ryan Hannigan's going to hand-deliver the ball back to Mike Leake and have a quick word with him. Detroit in front of Kansas City after 3.5, 5-3. The Oakland A's trailing in Arlington, Texas in the 5th inning by a 7-2 score. Boston scored 8 runs in the first inning, and now in the 7th have a 9-3 lead over Baltimore. With the Yankees being rained out, they can extend their lead with a win to 1 full game. Grind, drive, base hit off the end of Zach Cozart's glove. Here comes Weeks, here comes the throw. It'll be late. On to second goes Morgan. It's a 1-run ball game. Right now, the Brewers are hitting the ball right on the screws against Mike Leake. And the 4-run lead has dwindled down to 1 as pitching coach Brian Price heads to the mound.
You got to keep that throw from center field at least low enough to be cut in case the ball needs to be cut with the speed of a guy like Nyjer Morgan. That ball was so high nobody could cut it. Nyjer Morgan just walked to second base. Now he's automatically in scoring position as the tying run.
Nobody warming in the Reds bullpen. The meeting breaking off now, and Leake will try to regain some measure of effectiveness as he battles the number 3 batter, Corey Hart. Toronto leading Cleveland by a 9-3 score as we round out what's going on elsewhere and in the American League tonight. Reds were flying high, but not so much now. Stretching the pitch to Hart. And a line drive into center. Another base hit. Here comes the runner. He falls down, and that's the only reason he doesn't come home. Nyjer Morgan fell down as he rounded the bag at third base. And I'll tell you, the hits are ringing out all over the place now against Mike Leake, and there's only 1 man out in the inning. Now he's going to have to face Fielder, who is retired twice tonight. Ground ball to short in the first inning, and with 2 on and 2 out, he got him to ground out to Brandon Phillips in the third. Let's see if he can be so fortunate as to get this guy out for a third time and for the second time with a runner in scoring position. The pitch to him, and it's in there for a call strike.
Well, if he can get a ground ball to either one of those spots as the first 2 at-bats, either to short or to second, may be able to turn over a double play. Fielder is not exactly the fastest of human beings on earth.
No, but he's only hit into 8 double plays all year long. You compare that, Joey Votto's hit into 12, and there's a rocket to right that'll tie the game. Catch made by Jay Bruce. Nyjer Morgan comes across, and we've got a brand new ball game. Wow.
Now you go back to the third inning and you look at the missed opportunity. Bases loaded and nobody out.
Yep. 2 down in the inning. Here's Matt Gamble. He's a 7-man to hit. A strikeout, a ground out. It's been the bat story for the Brewer third baseman tonight. Lone runner on now, Corey Hart, and he's over at first base. There's a throw over. Reds now have activity underway in their bullpen. Sam LeCure is throwing. That pitch in for a strike, but Mike Leake has not missed too many bats in this inning. Gamble, who has not been up all that long, was recalled from AAA Nashville on June the 27th. He was having a big year. .321 batting average, 18 home runs, and 58 RBIs. Here's a pitch to him, and that's fouled away. Young man who's been up and down over the last 3 years between their AAA club in Tennessee and the big league ball club. Leake trying to get out of a bad fifth inning. One time he had a 4-run lead and he's let it disappear. Now the stretch and the pitch. Nope, he steps off. Now he'll do it again with a count, no balls and 2 strikes. The motion by the right-hander. Time has been called by the batter. And Matt Gamble says 2 can play this game. Leake taking a long time getting to sign, so he's ready to go to work finally, and Gamble says timeout. All began with a 1-out single by pitcher Zach Greinke. Weeks doubled him in. Morgan singled in Weeks. Hart singled, and Fielder ties the game with a line out, a sacrifice fly. Whoa! The ball comes out of his hands as he was going to throw to first base, and that's a ball. The ball just slipped out of his hands.
Well, he tried to do one of those moves where you reach into the glove and throw the ball at the same time as you're coming up to the set position, and the ball just fell on the ground.
Here's a pitch. Gamble taps it slowly. Charging is Brandon Phillips. Flipping on Votto, and the inning is over. 7 men bat, 3 score. Brand new ball game after 5. 4-4 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
I'm so ready for football to start, I'm already wearing a cup. Cincinnati Bell just called an audible on their Unbeatable HD bundle. For a limited time, when you bundle Cincinnati Bell's lightning-fast internet with DirecTV service, you'll also get the 2011 NFL Sunday ticket at no extra charge. Bench the cable company and put in Cincinnati Bell. Lightning-fast internet, DirecTV service with the NFL Sunday ticket. All for only $64.99 a month for 12 months after a 2-year DirecTV agreement. Since
I-95, 700 WLW.
Follow the Reds with MLB.com at bat 11 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text at bat to 31826 or visit Reds.com for details. Scott Rowland opens up inning number 6 with Jeff Brantley. I'm Marty Brenneman, and we've got a tie game at 4. Rowland, who had a big 2-out, 2-run single in the 3rd. A hit that at that time gave the Reds a 4-0 lead. Now trying to start something that might help break the tie here in the 6th inning. And Greinke on target now as he throws that knee-high heater to get a head 0-2. He has, since the 3rd inning, and over the last couple of innings, given up only a Drew Stubbs single. First third of this game was something of a struggle for him, but not now. There's a ball, and Scott's just able to check his swing in time. A ball and 2 strikes on deck. Chris Heisey to be followed by Ryan Hannigan. Rowland taking down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Greinke right now working on a 92-pitch night. Has seen his team come back to tie this baby up. Here's a roller foul. down beyond the third base dugout. Gamble steps into foul ground to knock it down. In case you're wondering, the Reds have not been 2 games under 500 since the 27th of April last season, when they were 9-11. He went around. That'll be the second time that Greinke has struck out Rolen. Scott with a word for Chris Conroy, the plate umpire, and that's a 9th strikeout tonight now for Zach Greinke. So April the 27th, last year, the last time this ball club has been 2 games under 500 when they lost to the Houston Astros by a 6-2 score. And that's what they're trying to avoid tonight, dropping 2 under. 1 ball and no strikes. Heisey has struck out and has struck out again. That pitch in for a strike to even things at 1-1. Last night we had a crowd here of just over 34,000. Every bit of that and more here tonight. Swing and a miss. Boy, I want to tell you, he has tied Chris Heisey up in knots tonight. That pitch was an off-speed pitch up in his eyes.
That looked like an old Ephus pitch.
It
right
really
there.
did. That's the truth. Now the wind, the kick, and the pitch. And a high fly ball hammered back into left field deep, but going back to gather it in is Mark Kotsay on the track. And they're 2 away. Ryan Hannigan has bounced out and struck out. Find peach love and happiness at UDF. UDF Peach Ice Cream is back for a limited time in a carton, shake, cone. Enjoy a deliciously peachful feeling with your favorite summer flavor. But remember, UDF Peach is only around as long as the peaches are fresh, so hurry in before Peach has left the building. Dairy fresh, dairy fun. United Dairy Farmers. 2 men up, 2 men down. Hannigan taking, and that baby goes all the way back to the screen. Greinke trying to get the Reds out in order for the 2nd time in a row, and for the 3rd time overall. He has struck out 9, has walked a batter, has hit a batter. Working in a tie game at 4 in the top of the 6th inning. In for a strike. He was one of 2 pitchers this club added in the offseason to bolster their rotation. The other we'll see tomorrow night in Sean Markham against Johnny Cueto. Here's a 1-1, and that's too low for a ball, and you throw them in there with Giovanni Gallardo and the left-hander Randy Wolf. Not too bad.
Well, they've got 5 guys that are going to give you a good start every 5th day, and guys with some experience.
That pitch is low. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Chris Narveson we saw yesterday, who threw the ball very well. Giovanni Gallardo, he's either 1st or 2nd in the National League in wins, and probably could have 3 or 4 more the way things started. Greinke and Markham are just now getting warmed up.
3-1 the count on Hannigan. 2 out in the inning, and there's ball 4. So Greinke's issued his 2nd walk, and the inning will continue now for Mike Leake. Strike out and a bounce out to 2nd. Looking for his 9th hit of the year. He's had 2 doubles, his extra base hits, and a run batted in. Greinke unloads to him, and the breaking ball low and away, ball 1.
Greinke is throwing that slow curveball straight over the top, 73 miles an hour, and then the slider at about 86, 87. Every once in a while, a fastball. Everything's backwards.
That's in for a strike. Now, this is the 2nd time on this road trip now that the Reds have let a pretty good lead get away from them. They blew that 8-0 lead in St. Louis on Wednesday night. And tonight they let a 4-0 lead get away. Swing and a miss.
And it goes back to not taking advantage of each time that you have a chance to score runs. Even when you're up 4, you have the bases loaded and nobody out, man, you got to put your foot on their neck. And the Reds didn't do that.
Check the swing, 2-2.
And when you don't put a team away when they're expecting you to put them away, that gives them that momentum to come back.
Well, Greinke didn't expect them to put them away. He struck out Phillips and Bruce back-to-back and then gave up the 2-run hit to Rowland. Here's a strikeout swinging. He's got 10 of them. We're only in the 6th inning. This game is all even at 4 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
And now, talking ice cream with the Cowboy.
When I dip into UDF's homemade brand cookies and cream, I take a big spoon, get a good grip on the carton, and just skim across the top. Then I adjust my spoon's course to achieve the perfect balance of ice cream and Oreo cookie. What I have at the end of my spoon is what I call prime living.
UDF Peach Ice Cream is back. 48-ounce cartons, $3.99 while supplies last. Dairy Fresh, Dairy Fun, United Dairy Farmers.
Most people don't look forward to hitting 40. But now you can in the all-new 2012 Ford Focus, because you can get up to an EPA-estimated 40 miles per gallon on the highway, and because the Focus is a driver's car. So you'll feel the crisp, responsive handling everywhere you go, and you'll always have tons of technology at your fingertips. Hit 40 with pleasure. The all-new 2012 Ford Focus. Drive one. Focus SE with SFE package. EPA-estimated 28 city, 40 highway, 33 combined MPG.
Here's another question from the Geico Savings Mailbag.
Jason from Buffalo writes, I have a habit of hitting snooze and not being able to get up again. Any suggestions?
You know, if you get Geico to help with your renter's insurance, it's quite easy, really. You'll know you're protecting your stuff for as little as $12 a month, which I suspect will make you sleep much sounder. Then you'll just pop out of bed rested, ready to start your day.
What he's saying is, a renter's policy is basically insurance for your snooze button.
Plus most everything else you own.
Visit Geico.com to see how affordable renter's insurance can be.
PNC Bank is committed to helping you enjoy every Reds game a little more. Look for the many PNC ATMs in and around the stadium, so you'll have cash on hand when the hot dog guy comes around.
PNC, for the achiever in us all.
PNC Bank National Association, member FDIC.
Monday morning, right after traffic and weather together at 6:10, I'll talk to Kevin James. He's in the movie Zookeeper. 700 WLW.
Get to GABP Friday, July 22nd, and cheer the Redlegs as they take on the Atlanta Braves, and stick around after the game because it'll be a girls' just 1.5 fun fireworks show featuring a soundtrack, a top female recording artist, thanks to Think CVG First. For tickets, call 513-381-REDS or go to Reds.com. Mike Leake hoping for better things after being rocked in the 5th inning for 3 runs, enabling the Brewers to tie the game. He'll deal with Mark Kotsay to start things off for Milwaukee. Fly ball to deep center and a ground ball to second, and the first pitch is in for a call strike. Interesting watching the Brewers taking batting practice late this afternoon after we got to the ballpark because of the addition. Here's a high drive, left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. And Milwaukee has taken a 5-4 lead. Mark Kotsay touches the ball after driving one into the home bullpen. His second home run, and Milwaukee down 4, now leads by 1. This game will not be remembered as one of Mike Leake's finest. Here's Unieski Betancourt, and a swing and a miss. The young man in question stood into the batting cage at 6 feet 6 inches tall, 290 pounds. His name, J.J. Watt. defensive end from the University of Wisconsin. Here's a ground ball up the middle, and it's cut off by Cozart. He will throw on to first. He was drafted by the Houston Texans out of the University of Wisconsin, and he took batting practice, and I want to tell you, he peppered those seats up there in left field like he was falling out of bed.
Did he really?
Unbelievable. I mean, close to 300 pounds, had a picture-perfect baseball swing.
Did he really?
Granted now, he was hitting batting practice pitching, but I mean, hit some rockets up there.
Launching them, huh?
It was impressive. Here's Jonathan Lucroy, and the pitch. He takes ball one. What a local youngster. And now will be casting his lot with the Houston Texans when this NFL strike comes to an end, and rumors have it it will end next week.
Where did you say he went to college?
University of Wisconsin.
Wow.
Breaking ball down and away. Somebody made the point. Professional basketball players would not have nearly the success that you see sometimes out of football players who get into the batter's box and get a chance to display their abilities. You can tell Watt's an outstanding athlete in his own right outside of the game of football. 3-0 the count.
And
I'm
a
often
defensive
reminded,
end.
Defensive end. I'm reminded of John Wall's ceremonial first pitch before a Washington Nationals game last month. There's ball four. And that was embarrassing.
John Wall?
That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was stunned that a guy can be so talented in his chosen sport. And make no mistake about it, John Wall is a real talent. You can't throw a baseball any better than that. Then you ought not to put yourself in that position. I don't think you'd see a football player throw a baseball that way.
Well, throwing a baseball is one of those things that you can either look really, really bad or really, really good. There's not a whole lot in between.
Well, John Wall looked really, really bad.
And it looks like Mr. Leach's night is
he's
over.
done. Dusty Baker's got two of them throwing in the bullpen, Bill Bray and Sam LeCure. And Baker's on his way to the mound. And if Mike Leake is upset with the way he pitched tonight, he ought to be.
New pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds, number 63, Sam LeCure, the right-hander, on for his 19th ball game. He is 0-1 on the year with a 2.81 earned run average. LeCure had 4 starts earlier in the year, 20 2/3 innings. But he's had 14 relief appearances, now his 15th, and in his relief outings, he has a .86 earned run average.
He's going to face a pinch hitter. Ron Renicky, the rookie manager of the Brewers, has opted for a bat off the bench and a move that will spell the end of the night for Zach Greinke. Craig Counsell, a left-handed batter. Batting only 173, pinch hit and made it out last night. So 1 out, 1 in, and 1 on. And a 5-4 Milwaukee lead in the 6th inning. And there's a throw over, and diving back into the bag is Jonathan Lucroy.
I think Renicke's just trying to get as many people on ahead of Ricky Weeks as he can. The way he's swinging the bat.
No kidding. Right-handed turns, throws over again, safe again. Craig Counsell heading toward his 41st birthday. Coming up on the 21st of next month. The guy's had a solid major league career. Left-handed batter, runner going, pitch a swing and a miss, throw down. Cozart takes the throw and applies a tag, and that takes care of Lucroy. I don't know what Ron Renicky was trying to accomplish by sending his catcher.
May have been a hit and run.
It may have been. But boy, he was hung out to dry on the throw from Hannigan to Zach Cozart.
It was a hit and run. He just missed the ball. You see the face on Counsell?
I can imagine.
His Counsell has been struggling.
So 2 down in the inning, bases empty, and the 1-strike pitch coming. And that's a swing and a miss. Reds 2 runs in the first, 2 in the third, but Milwaukee starts it back. 1 in the third, the inside the park home run by Weeks. 3 in the 5th inning, and a home run here in the 6th by Mark Kotsay to give the Brewers the lead. Sam LeCure trying to put him away with his strike 2 pitch. And he fouls it off. Milwaukee at 31-13 has the best home record. That's the good news if you're a Brewers fan. The bad news is 16-29 on the road.
It's in the lower 5.
Yes, it is.
In baseball.
And I imagine you pose that to Ron Renicky, and he'd probably scratch his head in wonder how you can be so good at home and so bad on the road. But that's the case. Pitch upstairs. Arizona and the Cardinals are tied 3-3 in the 7th inning. The Chicago Cubs have scored the tie-breaking run against Pittsburgh in the 8th to go up 4-3. 1 ball and 2 strikes. LeCure working in relief of Mike Leake, trying to end the inning at Craig Counsell's expense. And he misses up high a ball. We were talking earlier about the Yankees being rained out tonight and how Derek Jeter is sitting on 2,998 hits. There might be an element of panic setting in now, because if he doesn't get to 3,000 by Sunday, they open on the road after the All-Star break. So he's got tomorrow and Sunday to collect 2 hits, or else it's going to happen in Toronto, Canada, in all likelihood. High pop-up. Joey Votto will play it. Going into foul ground, and the inning is over. Mark Kotsay's home run gives the home team the lead. Jeff will be back with a play-by-play. 5-4 Brewers on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Looking for the coolest new hotspot in town? Check out the Go Club at myCincinnatiHondaDealer.com for special offers, locations, news, and giveaways from your Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Honda dealers. So go to the Go Club at CincinnatiHondaDealer.com.
Got plans tonight? We're going to the Go Club at myCincinnatiHondaDealer.com. You'll love the giveaways, special offers, and news from your Cincinnati Northern Kentucky Honda dealers. See you at the Go Club at myCincinnatiHondaDealer.com.
At Kroger Marketplace, you'll find the freshest food and the tools to prepare it, the table to gather around, and candles to make the evening beautiful. In fact, at Kroger Marketplace, you'll find everything, from food to home, even fine jewelry, all in one spot.
Comp experts help your valuable injured team members get back in play. Visit Shakely at Shakely.com.
That can be considered good. Sloney and Tracy, Monday at 3:06 on 700 WLW, the big one.
700 WLW.
New pitcher on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers and a new third baseman. Casey McGee comes in at third base. He'll be batting in the same spot formerly occupied by Matt Gamble. That is the number 5 spot after Fielder in the lineup. And the new pitcher is Zach Braddock, 0-1 on the year. This will be his 23rd appearances. Left-handed, 3.78 earned run average. 16 2/3 innings he's got on the board. 17 strikeouts, only 8 walks. Opponents hitting 180 against him. And he'll be facing the top of the Reds order. Stubbs, Cozart, and then Joey Votto. Five to 4, Milwaukee Brewers on top. And they get that 5th run on the opposite field home run off the bat of the veteran Mark Kotsay. Hit it right into the Brewer bullpen. Left-hander Braddock kicks and deals. Fastball outside corner, strike one. Straight over the top, Braddock with a fastball. An occasional changeup, very rarely, most of the time just fastball and slider. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, misses down. And Stubbs is able to check his swing. Very fluid delivery for Braddock. Nice, crisp, straight fastball, not much movement. But a hard biting slider as that one came in there. Looks like they'll go in with a fastball here against Stubbs as he comes to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball right on the money. Strike two. Back-to-back fastballs right in the same exact spot, only separated by the breaking ball that was down in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Stubbs. Stubbs 3 for 3 on the night. Reds need to get something started. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. So it's been fastball, breaking ball, fastball, breaking ball. The fastballs have been a strike. The breaking balls have been in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Braddock comes to the set. Big kick in the pitch. Fastball, and he doesn't get the call. Misses down, and it was just a bit down as Stubbs turns. And he'll be coming back to the box for the 3-2 pitch. That was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Misses just a bit down. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Braddock, Stubbs. Here we go. Fouled straight back behind home plate. Boy, Stubbs had a hack at that one. Stubbs swung so hard at that pitch that his right hand came off the bat in mid-stroke. Actually, his left hand came off the bat in mid-stroke, the bottom hand. I don't know how you do that. Count is still 3-2. And Stubbs trying to battle enough to get on base to try to lead off the Reds here in this top of the 7th inning. They trail by 1. Braddock kicks and deals. Fastball right down Broadway. Strike 3. Wow. Same pitch as the pitch before. And Stubbs had a nice hack at the pitch before. He must have been looking breaking ball there, and he got the express, and he's back to the dugout. 1 down. Here's Cozart. Cozart grounded out into a fielder's choice to the shortstop, Betancourt, first time up. Braddock, the left-hander. Fastball hit foul down the right field line, out of play. Cozart's first big league ball game yesterday. Got his first major league hit. And did not start tonight's ball game. He entered late in the game after Renteria was hit by a pitch. The 0-1 in the dirt. A breaking ball from Braddock. 1 ball and 1 strike to Zach Cozart. Reds jumped out early. 4-0. Brewers came back with 1 in the bottom of the 3rd, made it 4-1, and then a big 3-run 5th. Pitch. Line drive left field. Base hit again for Zach Cozart. Both of his hits have come in that exact spot right over the shortstop Betancourt's head. So a 1-out base runner is Zach Cozart. You got to remember, Cozart has some speed. He scored from first base last night on a looping single into right field. Came all the way around to score. Joey Votto stands in, and this is why Braddock's in the ball game right here, right now. Votto and Braddock, that's the matchup. Cozart at first. Braddock the pitch. pulled foul on the breaking ball off the netting of the first base dugout. Even with the 3-run fifth by the Brewers, the Reds were still tied in the ball game. But in the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th inning, an opposite field home run by Mark Kotze. A breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left-handed hitting first baseman for the Reds, Joey Votto. National League MVP last year. Votto homered back in the first and popped out in between a walk. Pitch. Breaking ball down and away, and there's no check of the swing. And it's 2-1. Brewer dugout screaming at home plate umpire Chris Conroy for a check down to Bruce Dreckman, and Dreckman gives the safe sign on the check swing by Votto. Cozart with a lead at first. The 2-1 pitch coming to Votto. They'll set up away. The pitch. Line drive down the left field line. A base hit. Cozart rounds. He rounds second, and they miss the ball in left field. All the way around. Here he comes. He's going to score, and Votto safe at third base. Hustling all the way. Wow, I can't believe that by Mark Kotze. Normally about as sure-handed as you can get out there. The man that puts the Brewers up has just given the run back. And it is now 5-5. How about that? And Joey Votto comes all the way around. It looked like Kotze was going to stop at second base, and the ball just kicked right by Kotze all the way to the wall. Votto ends up at third base. And coming on around to score is Cozart. Here's Brandon Phillips, infield in. Foul ball. No balls and 1 strike to Phillips as he waves that bat overhead. Fastball misses inside.
We're trying to find out what the scoring just is. There was obviously an error charge on Kotze, and we can check it out. I'm not so sure that they're not going to give Votto an RBI at all, because if that ball's picked up, Zach Cozart probably doesn't score.
Yeah, well, Zach had stopped at second base. I would think a single and then a 2-base error. Pitch. Backdoor breaking ball misses, and boy.
They give Joey Votto a double and a run batted in. And an error puts him at third.
Wow. So a double for Joey Votto with an RBI. And Zach Cozart comes all the way around from first base again to score. 5-5, runner at third. Pitch to Phillips. Deep fly, right field, all the way to the wall. The catch is made by Corey Hart. Scoring is Votto, and the Reds have taken the lead 6-5. A 2-run top of the 7th inning, and the Reds have jumped back out on top. Stubbs strikes out looking. A single into left by Cozart. He scores all the way from first base on a double by Votto. Votto advances to third on the error, and then the sacrifice fly into right field by Phillips, and the Reds have retaken the lead 6-5. Here's Bruce. Breaking ball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. My, oh my, how things change in rapid fashion. One and 0 to Bruce. And he hammers this one high and deep to right field. Goodbye! Home run, Jay Bruce. It is 7-5. Bruce now with his 20th home run of the year. And he hit that baby like a jet as it went out of here. Right over the head of Corey Hart. All he could do, Hart that is just turn and watch it bounce. Jay Bruce's home run traveled 390 feet. This tale of the tape is brought to you by your Greater Cincinnati Ford dealers. Ford, drive one. Well, the Reds have jumped all over Zach Braddock after Greinke was taken out of the ball game. They put 3 runs on the board. They lead 7-5. And Ron Renicky has come to the mound to bring in a new pitcher. We'll tell you who it is when we come right to Milwaukee. 7-5, Reds lead. Zach Braddock out. And the new pitcher, Cameron Lowe, for the 45th time here this year. And he'll face Scott Rowland. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike one. Cameron Lowe, the big right-hander, 2-7 on the year, a 4.87 earned run average. And a breaking ball, and they say Rowland goes on the pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. Lowe started out being basically the main setup guy for Jonathan Axford, and they just flat wore this man out. Pitch down in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rowland. Well, the Reds struck Zach Braddock before they could even get anybody loose in the Brewer bullpen. Pitch. Breaking ball, fouled off at home plate. Again this season, Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer. All season long, every time a Cincinnati pitcher strikes out a batter, Western and Southern will make a donation to the Barrett Cancer Center. As Western and Southern says, when it comes to fighting cancer, we're all in this one together. Low rocks, the 1-2. Fouled off to the right side and out of play as Rowland hangs in there. Rowland had the big bases loaded 2-out knock back in the 3rd inning. It was the only hit that the Reds got after the bases were loaded to get in a couple of runs. And now they've put 3 on the board. The Reds have here in the 7th. A ground ball foul right behind home plate.
Kelly Johnson has hit a grand slam home run off of Kyle Loesch. And the Arizona Diamondbacks now lead the St. Louis Cardinals 7-3 in the 7th inning.
That's hard hitting, Kelly Johnson. 1-2 again. Line drive, 1 hopper over to Prince Fielder, covering is low, and they'll get rolling just barely. 3-1 on the play. And that's the end of the inning for the Reds. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Reds have jumped back on top. 7-5 as we head to the bottom of 7 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Time now for the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by Tire Discounters, the home of free alignment. Tire Discounters. And by Widmer's Cleaners, official cleaners of the Cincinnati Reds. Go to Widmer'sCleaners.com today.
Because there's nothing like the energy at the ballpark on the perfect day for a Cincinnati Reds baseball game. Wait, back up.
His big play of the game. Frisch's Big Boy. After a great game, there's nothing like a classic Frisch's favorite. Swing by the drive-thru for a Big Boy combo meal with an ice-cold vanilla Coke. What's your favorite thing?
Tomorrow morning at 5:36, Gary Jeff Walker oozes from your speakers on 700 WLW, The Big One.
Ricky Weeks set to lead things off for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We have a change in that scoring decision back in the top of the inning. Joey Votto on that double gets no RBI. No RBI. First pitch fastball down and in from Sam LeCure to the right-handed hitting Weeks. Weeks has hit the ball. Well, he has hit a missile every time he's come to the plate tonight. And LeCure is trying to stop that right here. Right-hander sets, kicks and deals. Fastball outside corner, strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ricky Weeks. Reds lead 7-5. Reds trailed going into the 7th inning 5-4, and they jumped all over Zach Braddock. The 1-1 pitch, fastball right on the inside corner, strike 2. That's not the place Ricky Weeks likes it right there. He likes it out over the plate where he can get extended and drop the hammer. That ball had some sink and bite to it to the inside corner, and he stopped his swing, and it was called strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Weeks here. LeCure, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Ricky Weeks. 1 down. Got him with the breaking ball, down and away after the hard fastball in. Tell you what, LeCure's got a pretty good idea about what's going on out there. Here's Niger Morgan. Singled and scored his last time up. 1 for 3 on the night. Pitch inside corner, strike 1. Morgan started to bunt, pulled the bat back as the fastball ran right over the inside corner. Rolling in on the grass. Votto even with the bag at first base. The speedster Morgan at the plate. An 0-1 count as LeCure pitches out of the stretch. He's set, he deals. Fly ball into center field, coasting his Stubbs to the track, got it, 2 down. Reds fans, now you too can bring home the great grass of the Cincinnati Reds with Scott's Great American Ballpark grass seed and lawn fertilizer products. And for a limited time, pick up any 2 bags and get 2 tickets to tour Great American Ballpark. A $30 value courtesy of Scott's. Visit scotts.com/MLB for more details. Two down in the inning. Here's Corey Hart. Big out right here for Sam LeCure. Right-hander with a pitch, a line drive right back up the middle. First pitch hitter is Corey Hart, and he's got 3 of those tonight. And that's going to be all she wrote for big Sam LeCure. LeCure does his job. Dusty Baker is signaling for a new pitcher to come on and do his. We'll tell you who it is and all about him when we come right back. LeCure is out of the ball game. Right-hander Sam LeCure out of the ball game. Left-hander Bill Bray is in the ball game. Bray 1-1 on the year with a 2.20 earned run average. This will be his 45th appearance, 28 2/3 innings. He struck out 27 opponents, hitting 172 against him. But you throw all that out the window because the man coming to the plate is Prince Fielder. And it doesn't matter if you throw it lefty-righty or if you bowl it up there. This man can hit. Pitch. Breaking ball outside. Ball 1. Corey Hart stands at first base. A 2-out first pitch single again. Pitch, swing and a miss. And boy, Prince Fielder was swinging for the downs. Fielder swings so hard he almost falls down trying to catch his balance when that bat recoils back around. Left-hander Bray looks into Hannigan for the sign. Here he comes. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pretty good breaking ball by the left-hander Bray as he drops that baby right on the outside corner. Fielder crawls back in there. Taking the lead at first is Corey Hart. The pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Boy, I thought Chris Conroy was going to ring him up. You could see his head and his mask start to come up, and he just stopped right at the last second. Fielder 1 for 14 against Bill Bray. 2-2 pitch. Did he go? No. Wow. I thought that was a strike whether he swung or not. Well, folks, here we go. A 3-ball, 2-strike count, and it is getting loud in this ballpark. Miller Park is on their feet. 7-5 Reds. Runner at first base is Hart. 2 down in the inning. 3-2 pitch to Fielder. Line drive down the right field line. A base hit. Corey Hart will stop at third base. And a 3-2 rocket off the bat of Fielder down the right field line puts runners at first and third base. And coming to the plate, Casey McGee. And Dusty Baker headed right back out to the mound. We will have another pitcher coming into the ball game. Logan Andrusik comes on for Dusty Baker. This will be his 43rd time on the mound. 3-3 on the year, a 1.73 earned run average. Andrusik will be charged with the task of getting out one Casey McGee. McGee in this situation just a few nights ago came up awfully big against Arizona with a 3-run home run to dead center field. And Andrusik would like to shut him down right here. Runners at first and third. Fielder is at first base. Corey Hart is at third base. And Andrusik on the mound. Casey McGee at the plate. And we've got a packed house here in Milwaukee, and they get awfully loud when things started jumping. 2 down in the inning. Andrusik, the right-hander, kicks and deals. Breaking ball misses off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Andrusik looks back in for the sign. He comes to the set to pitch. Fastball misses in. 2-0. Andrusik was on the mound in last night's game. And Dusty Baker needs him for an out right here. 2-0 pitch. Fouls it off on a check swing by McGee. Casey McGee started to swing and held up as the ball started to break to the outside corner at the last minute. 2 balls and a strike now. McGee ready. Andrusik the same. The pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 2 right on the money. Good breaking ball straight over the top. Went from the slider to the curveball, and he just locked up Casey McGee. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Reds trying to get out of it with the 2-run lead. Pitch, fastball, and it's fouled out of play. 95-mile-an-hour heater there by Andrusic as he climbs the ladder. Got that one up around the chest, and McGee went swinging after it. And they'll do it again. 2-2 count. Runners at first and third base. 7-5. Reds on top. Pitch. Line drive, foul down the right field line. Well, it just continues to get louder and louder here at Miller Park. It's a good thing the roof is open. Pitch. He stuck him out. Breaking ball right in the heart of the plate. And Andrusic comes in to draw it up perfectly for the Reds, leaving runners at first and third. We will head to the 8th. Reds on top, 7-5. As Marty Brenneman comes back to you on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
Nobody squeezes more out of a gallon of gas than Toyota. From America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry, at an EPA-estimated 33 mpg highway. The always dependable Corolla at 35 miles per gallon. To the 50-mile-per-gallon rated Prius. Toyota is the most fuel-efficient full-line automotive manufacturer. The proof is in the car. Find out more at buyatoyota.com, including mobile. Toyota, proud sponsor of Reds baseball.
Joe. The answer's simple. Moral derelicts like you.
That is going to come back to bite me and you.
Sloney and Tracy, Monday at 3:06 on 700 WLW, the big one.
700 WLW.
Well, we roll on into the 8th inning with the Reds holding a 7-5 lead. Cameron Lowe, who came on to get the last out of the 7th, now begins the 8th as he works with Chris Heisey. And the first pitch is bunted third base side. Lowe quickly off the mound, fielding, throwing, and got him. Good idea by Heisey, but Lowe got to that ball in a hurry, and once he got there, a good throw, and it was no problem.
Chris was trying to get that one a little bit closer to the line, and with the big ranging body of Cameron Lowe, he was able to reach to the baseball and get it with a little bit quicker action than normal pitcher would be able to get it.
Ryan Hannigan now 0 for 2 with a base on balls. Sam LeCure right now stands to be the winning pitcher in this game, and Zach Braddock would take the loss if the Reds' lead holds up. Hannigan taking a strike. Jeff and I were talking during the commercial break. If things continue as they are right now, that is, Arizona beats the Cardinals, Pittsburgh has rallied to defeat the Chicago Cubs, and if the Reds go on and beat Milwaukee, Pittsburgh will be in first place by percentage points over both the Cardinals and the Brewers.
Wow. I wonder when the last time they were in first was.
Are you kidding? Swinging a foul 0-2 on Hannigan. The Reds would be 2 games back, and you'd have 3 teams in a virtual tie for first place in the Central Division.
Back when they were We Are Family?
No. It'd been.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball slapped wide of third. McGee gets to it, straightens up and throws. 2 out. And now Fred Lewis is going to pinch hit for Logan Andrusic. And Rick Kranitz, a pitching coach, jogging out to the mound to have a word with Cameron Lowe and battery mate Jonathan Lucroy. So Sam LeCure, Logan Andrusic, outstanding work out of that bullpen tonight. Andrusic coming on after Prince Fielder had the base hit off of Bill Bray to put runners at first and third and got a strikeout against Casey McGee to end the Milwaukee 7th inning threat. Here's Lewis now. 274 batter, sometimes starters, done a pretty solid job for this Reds offensively. And the first pitch to him is taken for a strike. Lowe kicks and deals, and the pitch is swung on and fouled away. 0-2 the count. Trying to retire the Reds in order is the right-hander Lowe. He delivers, and Lewis goes around, strikeout, breaking ball in the dirt. Lucroy tags him to complete the strikeout and wrap up the inning. So the Reds go quietly. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 7-5. The Reds lead the Brewers on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
They bought the Caffrey's old house next door, said they were going to restore it. Crazy, I know. Every time I look over there, they're covered in dust. All smiles, as if they were enjoying themselves.
There, valued at $150, you get a ceiling fan for under $90 to keep things cool, a remote control to keep things easy, and a lifetime warranty to keep you from having to replace it down the road. All thanks to a special buy and exclusive Hunter Highbury ceiling fans, just $89.88. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. U.S. only. See store for details.
Get it all off your chest during extra innings after the game on 700 WLW.
For the 44th time this year, Nick Massett comes into a ball game. 45 innings on the year. 1-3 is his record. He does have one save, but he'll be trying to set it up and hold it up for Francisco Cordero.
Mark Kotsay, whose home run leading off the 6th inning, gave the Brewers what turned out to be an all-too brief 5-4 lead before the Reds came back to tack a trio on against Zach Braddock in the 7th. Here he is again, and he takes a high fastball from Massett. Pitching line, Sam LeCure, an inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Bill Bray faced one batter, gave up a hit. And Logan Andrusic came on to get a strikeout against Prince Fielder and knock off that Brewer threat. Way inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
All right, fans, it is time for Ask, I Said At Smarty, where we can ask the Hall of Famer to give his thoughts on any and every subject.
Porky.
Baseball or non-baseball, presented by CBTS.
There's ball 3.
Tonight's question comes from Lance in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Indeed. Lance
would like to say,
yes,
Marty.
Lance. Yes, Lance.
With Paul McCartney coming to GABP,
yes.
If you were a member of the Beatles, which one would you be and why? Which instrument would you play?
Call strike, 3-1.
That was my southern rendition of an English accent.
Jackson, Mississippi. I'd want to be Paul McCartney. He was a man.
You'd want to be the real deal.
He's a man.
Did he play an instrument?
3-1 pitch. There's strike 2 call. Yeah, I think he played the guitar. I think all of them played the guitar. Ringo Starr played the drums. I think McCartney played the piano also.
Very good.
He was a man, though. And
can you play an instrument like for real?
That's a big old no right there. Here's a foul ball, 3-2 and holding on McGee. On Kotsay. No, I do not play any instrument. Do you?
Yes, I do.
And that would be what?
The kazoo.
Yes. Well, you know what? I'm rather adept at that instrument also. Yep. 3-2 the count. Here's a pitch. And it's out of play again as Kotsay hangs in to keep the count full.
Paul McCartney is your answer, right?
Yeah, that'd be my answer.
All right. If you'd like to hear some of the best of Ask Smarty, go to Reds.com/radio. Thanks to the people at CBTS, a Cincinnati Bell company, technology solutions for your business.
3-2, and now Massett steps off the pitching rubber. He'll walk down behind the mound. He'll collect himself. If the Reds bullpen can get the job done, they may not have to worry about facing Prince Fielder again, but it'd have to be a 3-up, 3-down inning and an inning with no more than one base runner. Here's a high fly ball headed toward left center. Stubbs waving off Heisey, and Drew will make the play for out number 1. So a good comeback by Nick Nassett, after falling behind 3-0, ends up getting the out on a fly ball, and the batter will be Uniescu Betancourt. Well, 39,050 turnout for tonight's Titanic struggle. 39,050.
The man that you were just describing, Prince Fielder, is the reason that Dusty went to so many pitchers there in the 7th inning to make sure that he doesn't come back up again.
Pitch in for a strike. Dusty and I talked about it yesterday. When you have a team like this one, you have a dynamic player in their lineup. He did it after Albert returned in St. Louis in the first stop of this trip. You start counting. And what you have to do to avoid having to face that guy again in the 9th inning or the 8th inning or whatever it might be.
Well, Sam LeCure did his job and punched out Ricky Weeks. And even though Prince Fielder got a base hit, Bill Bray kept him in the ballpark.
Here's a 1-1 delivery, and Betancourt takes it low. Cardinals are making a run. 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th. And they now trail Arizona by only a run at 7-6. Well, they're able to come back and win that game, and the Reds hang on to this one. Now you got St. Louis in first place all by itself. 2-1 pitch. Very high in the air and straight away center field. There's Stubbs, and they're 2 out. The batter will be Jonathan Lucroy as we check our Cincinnati Bell trivia question. During the decade of the 70s, only 2 Reds pitchers were selected from multiple all-star teams. Tom Seaver was an all-star in 77 and 78. Who was the other? Was it Jack Billingham? Was it Clay Carroll? Or was it Don Gullett? You said
Don Gullett. C.
Here's a pitch to Lucroy. 1 ball and no strikes. Lucroy's your answer, right? I mean, Gullett's your answer.
Gullett's my answer, not Lucroy.
And it's Clay Carroll.
Was it really?
Yeah. Named to the All-Star team in 71, 72. Only other Reds pitcher to be a multi-time All-Star in the decade. Clay Carroll, the Hawk. Call strike. Alabama boy.
I should have known that.
Alabama boy.
And I missed it.
The Hawk. He was something now. He and Bourbon and Eastwick and McInerney. Interchangeable parts in that bullpen. That's a strike, and it's 1-2 now, and Massett dealing here in the 8th.
I can't believe I missed. That was B, wasn't it?
That was B, correct.
Well, at least it wasn't A.
Lucroy back in the box, down on the count. 2 down, bases empty. Reds 7, Milwaukee 5. They had a foul out of play, and they'll do it again.
But you notice I'm not panicking over here. I got yesterday's right.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're showing a great deal of composure.
I don't have much panic in me.
No.
I've got 2 days to rectify the situation.
You do? To enjoy a very, very nice All-Star break.
You know I will be doing that.
The line to pitch. Ground foul, third base side. One ball, 2 strikes. Jonathan Lucroy, he was out on a fly ball to center. Or rather, Kotze and Betancourt fly balls to center back-to-back. And now Lucroy with a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Oh, I met slider down in the way.
Strikeout swinging. Inning is over.
Yeah.
And we go to the top of the 9th. The Reds maintaining a 7-5 lead on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
700 WLW.
Hey, folks, Marty Brenneman here. You know, I don't mean to brag, but I taught my son Tom everything he knows about grilling.
Can't argue with that. And the first
foot-long sub for only $5. Subway. Play hard, eat fresh.
Avocado is now at Subway, and it goes with everything.
Avocado.
For a limited time only, participating restaurants.
Their show has all the allure of a construction site porta potty in August. Sloney and Tracy, Monday at 3:06 on 700 WLW, the big one. 700 WLW, the big one.
New pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers will be Marco Estrada. Tossed a couple of perfect innings in his last outing against Arizona. He's made 3 consecutive scoreless appearances. And Estrada is 1-5 on the year with a 4.55 earned run average. He does have 4 games started this year. He's got 55 in a third innings. Opponents hitting .234 against him. So he started out the season as a starter and now back into the bullpen.
Here in the 9th inning, he'll face the top of the Reds batting order, Stubbs and Cozart and Votto. Cameron Lowe, an inning and a third for the Brewers out of their bullpen. He had a strikeout.
And George Coteras is behind the plate, so they'll flip-flop in the order.
Yep, that means Coteras will be the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 9th inning against Francisco Cordero, who's already up and throwing in the Reds bullpen. Stubbs is singled, and struck out. 3 for 4 tonight. And the first pitch from Estrada is swung on and hit very high in the air, back into right field, fairly deep, but playable by Corey Hart, 1 out. Here's Cozart, 1 for 2 with Cordero warming up. This reminder, the Reds Community Fund inviting you to attend the grand opening of Francisco Cordero Field at Pioneer Park in Covington, Kentucky. Ceremonies at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, July 16th. That's a week from tomorrow. There will be a program and ribbon-cutting ceremony, rain or shine. Cordero has been a man who has been extremely benevolent as far as money's extended to the Reds Community Fund, and they will honor him with the naming of this field at Pioneer Park in Covington, Kentucky, a week from tomorrow. That's July 16th. 10:30 a.m. in the morning, program ribbon cutting ceremony. There will be Reds players there, Reds front office and ownership. I'll be there to MC the brief program, and Francisco will be there. Ground ball back to the mound. The throw on to first. And they're 2 men out. Here's Joey Votto looking for his 3rd hit. He has homered. He has doubled. He's also walked, officially 2 for 3. So Marco Estrada trying to do his thing and keep the Reds offense quiet in the 9th. He's 2/3 of the way home as he delivers a first pitch strike to Votto. If you're wondering about the bottom of the 9th, as mentioned, George Coteras will lead it off, followed by Ricky Weeks and 9. The ball low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Reds have a 7-5 lead. They allowed a 4-0 lead to get away. In fact, they trail 5-4 until they tack 3 up in the 7th inning. The 1-1, and Votto taking in the dirt. Reds tied that game up on a double by Votto and an error on the same play against left fielder Mark Kotsay, enabling Cozart to come around and score the tie-in run. Phillips then broke the tie with a sacrifice fly to right, and Jay Bruce capped off the inning with a home run to right. This one fouled away. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The wind to pitch. Fouled again. Right back into the second deck. Foul ball down the left side. Reds have hit them 10-9. Each team has committed 1 error. Never did get a report on Edgar Renteria, who was hit by a pitch in this 3rd inning and ultimately left the game. There's a roller foul.
It looked like it hit him, looking at the replay, flush on the left wrist, which would be his front wrist. But something like that could be as much precautionary as anything, especially when you've got a healthy shortstop waiting in the wings.
Votto jammed and grounds it wide of first. Fielder gets to it, underhands to Estrada. And now, Cordero time. Bottom of the ninth coming up with the Reds up 7-5 on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
It's the busy mom here, and I'm always on the lookout for great tasting meal solutions. That's why I love JTM's new meatball sub kit. JTM's pack delicious Italian
Reds and many other hometown favorites. See them online at Paycor.com.
Get traffic and weather together on the 10s, mornings and afternoons on 700 WLW, the big one.
Francisco Cordero, the right-handed closer for the Reds, comes on for the 37th time this year. He's got a 3-1 record, a 1.69 earned run average, looking for save number 18 here in 2011.
George Gutierrez, a left-hand batter, making his first appearance in the series. He'll be the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Oh, Cordero ready to go to work on the left-handed batter, and the first pitch a swing and a miss. 17 saves and 20 save situations for the Reds right-hander. Had a blown save in St. Louis when John Jay hit that ninth inning home run off of him Wednesday night to tie the game, and then the two teams went 4 more innings before the Reds won it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gutierrez 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. There's a strike swinging. And Cordero gets ahead in the count. Ricky Weeks waiting on deck. Well, you want to get this man out right here.
Big time. You want to make him you either want to strike him out or make him put it in play.
Here's the pitch. And he's low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And this is where you do it right here. No fooling around at 3-2 and leave it up to the umpire to mess it up. Get him right here and right now.
Gutierrez levels at bat. 2-2 pitch. He misses badly with it. Full count.
Tried to throw him a 2-2 split finger.
Well, you're asking for some trouble if you let this guy get on base. Big pitch coming up right here. And he fouls it back. Gutierrez hanging in there with the count staying at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Two-run Reds lead. Nobody going anywhere on this Friday night in Milwaukee. The big right-hander turns it loose, and he walked him. Boy, oh boy. Bases on balls have really not been a problem for Cordero this season as opposed to last year. But he's put himself in a sticky situation now. Ricky Weeks has homered and doubled and has knocked in 2 runs. The infield a double play depth. The outfield is deep. And the first pitch to Weeks is taken low and away, ball 1.
That wasn't even close.
Nope. He has missed some pitches that have been bad misses. Not even close to the strike zone. Brandon Phillips now asks the second base umpire, Gary Darling, to move a bit and not block his line of sight, shading the hitter toward the middle of the infield. And that pitch is ball 2. Weeks a .277 batter, 17 home runs, 39 RBIs. George Gutierrez walks to begin the inning, and the pitch on the way, and that's ball 3. Well, if he loses Weeks, Niger Morgan's going to be bunting. And then you got to deal with Corey Hart and Prince Fielder.
And Corey Hart is the first pitch hitter.
And they turn Weeks loose on the 3-0, and he spins and comes up empty.
Well, that fastball was inside, and we've already seen earlier that's where he has the most trouble, is with the fastball in. He can't catch up to it.
Back in the box. Waits on the 3-1. Here it comes, and it's a swing and a high fly ball hit back into right field. But Bruce will have a play, and there's one down in the Milwaukee ninth inning. Now Niger Morgan. RBI base hit back in the fifth inning. Mr. Cordero just got a mighty big out right there. And now Morgan, who has only hit into 3 double plays all year long, unlikely that he would do that, which would mean Corey Hart will get an at-bat. That's the only way they can avoid Hart, the 3-batter, or Fielder, the 4-batter. Here's a pitch, and it's in there for a call strike. And the pitch. Whoa, all the way back to the screen. You talk about a major league wild pitch. He just uncorked one. It went all the way back to the netting, untouched.
Been a long time since I've seen that out of a regular closer. I mean, that hit the screen in the air.
So the runner's at second base now. Cordero straightens up on the mound, comes with a 1-1, and that one is lined to right field. That's going to be a hit. It's going to go to the corner. The run scores. Morgan goes to second. He's heading to third, and he's in there with a 3-base hit. It's a 7-6 ball game. He pulled that ball and pulled it with vengeance. And the way he can run, really not a problem at all for him to get to third base. And now the Reds are in a world of hurt. Francisco Cordero's second subpar outing on this road trip. Brian Price is at the mound conferring with he and Ryan Hannigan as Corey Hart waits to swing the bat.
Well, every time at bat tonight, Corey Hart has swung at the first pitch. He's got 3 hits and would have had 4 if not for the error by Renteria.
Reds will have no choice but to play the infield in. Again, he's been a first ball hitter all night long, and the pitch to him is swung on and popped out of play, 0-1. It is going to take a mammoth job now for Francisco Cordero. It's not unlikely he couldn't get a strikeout here, but boy, you almost have to have it.
Well, if you can get this guy here, you can walk Fielder.
That pitch is at the knees for a call strike. You've got Fielder on deck. It'll be interesting if Cordero can take care of Hart without Niger Morgan scoring and see if they would put the winning run on first base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a tapper, shortstop, Cozart to the plate, tagging, he's out! He's out! What a play by Ryan Hannigan. He took the full force of Niger Morgan and hung on to the baseball to get the tag on him and deny Milwaukee the tying run.
Well, that was a great play, not only to hang in there from a tough standpoint, but to pick the ball. That was a one-hop throw by Cozart off balance. And not only did Ryan Hannigan pick it like a shortstop who was throwing it to him, he got destroyed. That was an elbow right to the forehead. and he still hung on to the ball.
Boy, he's a tough kid, I'll tell you. Not the greatest throw in the world at all by Zach Cozart. Fortunately, Hannigan had time to make the pickup and then turned his right shoulder in, and that absorbed most of the blow from the coming Nizer Morgan.
And you could see the elbow go right into the head.
So now 2/3 of the way home, and it boils down to Cordero versus Fielder. Here's the stretch in the pitch, and it's taken for a strike.
Tell you what, anybody that doesn't think that kid behind the plate is not one tough son of a gun is crazy.
Prince Fielder, sac fly. He's had a hit. His team down by a run. Cordero a long look in, and Fielder throws a left-handed up signaling timeout.
What a play.
Now the left-handed batter back in the box. Here comes the pitch, and he takes, and that's at low for a ball. Jay Bruce is maybe 2 steps in front of the warning track in right field. That's how deeply he is playing Prince Fielder, but I got news for you. He's not alone. Stubbs in center, Heisey in left. This is a big, big outfield in this ballpark, and those guys are about as deep as you can play. The pitch, and he jammed him on a good pitch, and he fouls into the second deck off the third base foul line.
Well, they are playing what is normally termed no double. You don't want to let the ball get over your head, so you play as deep as what you feel comfortable, so every ball is in front of you, even the ball in the gap.
Corey Hart over at first base, 2 down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Long look in again by Cordero. Now he straightens up on the mound to the left-handed batter, the pitch, and it's a ball in the dirt, knocked down by Hannigan.
And you know the thing about it, Marty, is after the ball game, Hannigan will blow it off like it's no big deal, like it's just regular play.
Very, very unassuming kid.
And I'm going to tell you what, that was a great, great play, a game-saving play.
Yep. Well, for the moment, let's hope it's a game-saving play. Cordero battling, meanwhile, Prince Fielder. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The kick and the pitch, and ball 3 misses the outside edge. Casey McGee waiting on deck, and now Corey Hart will get the early break. And Ryan Hannigan making doubly sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be. Joey Votto will play behind Hart at first base. Fielder back in the box, windmilling the bat around once, twice. Long look in by Cordero, that right arm dangling. Now he straightens up on the mound, comes with a payoff pitch, and he walked it. So after getting ahead of Fielder, a ball and 2 strikes, Cordero could not put him away. And now here's Casey McGee, and the whole year has been one of struggle for this guy. Although he had a 3-run pinch hit home run on Wednesday to give the Brewers a 3-1 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. And now he's up there trying, at the least, he got a base hit that would tie the game up. Here's the pitch to him, and it's a slow roller toward third. That ball is going to be a fair ball. The throw to first, not in time, and the bases are loaded. Scott Rowland made the most of a difficult situation right there. But you could tell when the ball left the bat that their chances of getting McGee were not going to be good.
You could not have rolled it out there with your hand any better than the ball came off the bat.
So McGee does his job, and that is to keep the inning alive. And now Carlos Gomez, an outfielder by trade with good speed, is going to replace Prince Fielder at second base. Mark Kotsay hit a home run in the 6th inning. but then made a critical error in the 7th that allowed the Reds to tie the game up. The ball getting away from him on what was a double by Joey Votto along the left field line that he allowed to get away and behind him, enabling Zach Cozart to come in to score the tie and run. But now here he is with Hart at third, with pinch runner Gomez at second, with McGee at first. And Cordero set to go to work on the left-handed batting Kotsay. And now time called. Folks are up and cheering and hoping that Mark Kotsay can do something here that will send him home happy. Cordero sets for his first pitch. Here it comes, and it's taken for a strike on the outside corner. A long bottom of the ninth that has seen the Brewers score one time, but they trail 7-6. 2 men are out. Strike one, pitch on the way, and Kotsay taking low and inside. And with the inability of Cordero in this inning to consistently throw strikes, Ron Renicky just wants a professional at-bat here from Kotsay. The count all even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hart leads at third, Gomez at second, McGee at first, and the pitch, and a foul ball, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
I'm not sure if he fouled that or if the ball was in the mitt by the time he swung. That ball had some hair on it.
94 miles an hour.
Yep, he did tip it just ever so slightly.
28 pitch inning. And it ain't over yet. He was 1-2 on Prince Fielder. He lost him. He's 1-2 on Kotsay. He needs to get him out. The right-hander bringing it and missing with it up and in. It's 2-2.
You see, this is where you've got to make the pitch at 2-2. You run the count to 3-2, you're in big trouble.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 3 runners aboard, 1 run in, and here it comes, and he lines a base hit into right field. Jay Bruce up with it. He's coming home, and a winning run crosses, and the Milwaukee Brewers have rallied to beat the Cincinnati Reds 8-7. A 2-run, 2-out single by Mark Kotsay. Jay Bruce charged and threw. He would not have gotten him had the throw been on the money. And the Milwaukee Brewers have rallied with a 3-run 9th inning. And the major problems continue on a daily basis for Cincinnati. We'll be back in just a moment.
What makes it cover?
The Reds, their closer, simply could not get it done tonight. And the Brewers took advantage of it, rallying for 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th. The game winner, a bases loaded 2-out single by Mark Kotsay that drove in the tying run and the winning run in an 8-7 final. 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error with 8 men left on for Milwaukee. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 5 men left on for Cincinnati. Marco Estrada, the winning pitcher. He is 2-5 on the year. Francisco Cordero is the loser, and he is 3-2. The Reds, for the first time since the 27th of April last year, find themselves 2 games under 500. Their record goes to 44-46 after 90 games of 162. This series will continue with a 7-10 game tomorrow night. Johnny Cueto gets the ball. He's 5-3 on the year. Sean Markham will pitch for Milwaukee, and he's 7-3. 6:40 will be our airtime for the pregame show here on the Reds Radio Network. Next up, the United Dairy Farmers postgame show. Again, the sad but true tale. The Brewers 8 and the Reds 7.